Alright, tuko live. Hello guys, happy Sunday. It is Tabs and welcome to Tabs Hop Up channel. Today I am here with my friend from Saudi Arabia, and today we want to talk about this Saudi Arabia things that is going on in Saudi, and has not just started. This thing started so many years ago, and I think we don't talk about it. I don't know why we like to put it under the carpet. And I think it's a high time we start talking about it, because I don't think it is right for us to just keep quiet. We see our sisters being molested, being killed. I think we are tired of seeing them coming back home in casket. We are tired of seeing them back home, some of them being subjected to mental illness. We are tired of seeing them coming home, in a wheelchair. I mean, it's a lot to talk about this. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Yemen, all these Arab country. And in case you're watching this and you are in Saudi Arabia, or you have a relative in Saudi Arabia, or in case you know someone who is interested to go to this Arab country, we are talking to you today because we want to know the challenges that these people go through there. And we know them. Of course, we know them because if you are a social media person, I bet you have seen this. You must have a neighbor or a friend or someone you know who have gone through hell in Saudi Arabia. And I want to tell you guys, your voice can change a situation. Do not keep quiet because you do not have a sister in Saudi Arabia. Do not keep quiet because you do not know anyone in Saudi Arabia. Because you know what? Tomorrow that person could be you. So when someone is killed, I think it is injustice, or it is wrong for us to just sit and keep quiet. We need to raise our voice. Because every time I keep quiet, I always think of those people who fought for our freedom, akina Dedan Kimathi and the like. What if they were like, hey, mimi siwezi enda niuliwe, mimi I cannot go and fight. What if they decided to keep quiet? What if they decided not to take action? Where would we be? Would we be enjoying the freedom we're enjoying today? Absolutely no. And this is why I am really asking Kenyans, like, you don't have to go on the street, but you know that small hashtag you can make on social media, tag DCI, tag if you know those crooked agency. Do not feel like mimi mwenyewe nitafanya nini. Imagine it always start with one single step. So don't feel like I am alone. Say something, someone else would say something, someone else would say something, and by the end of the day, we will get a solution. We keep in quiet, we are going to experience this, to see more death, more people coming back home with mental crisis issues. So let's talk about this. That encourage our girls, and especially those who are being lowered, from the village. Those who are very new and naive from high school. Some never even went to high school. So ukisikia tu unapanda ndege, you get so excited. We have to get to know, what am I going to do? What am I putting myself into? So today I have our very own, our sister. She is currently in Saudi Arabia. So in fact, she's talking to us from Saudi Arabia. She's going to tell us who she is, where she is from, and how she went to Saudi Arabia and the challenges she has gone through in this Saudi Arabia. And she is also going to tell us her advice to anyone who is yearning or looking into going to Saudi Arabia. So Mama Titi, let me call you Mama Titi. But
sure.
That's your official name, and thank you so much for your time. And I would like to let you guys, in fact, I wrote her just the other day in 2 days, and she was available and so much ready to come here and talk to us. So it is an honor to have you here. So karibu sana, and please tell us who you are and where you are from.
My name is Tabitha Nyambura. I'm from Kiambu, raised, born. I think like half of my life I've been there. Went to school at Ruchu Girls, then later transferred to Komodai Girls and cleared school in 2006. So I'm still young.
Yeah, you are.
So how I came here, I came here in the year 2014, March 1st, 2014. And the reason why I came here, Kenya siku hizo kulikuwa so much na mashida mingi. I have just given birth to my second child. Sina kazi, I'm trying to look for jobs, sina kazi. So I decided, mbaya, let me go. So I talked with my mom, and she had another friend who knew the agent. And so the agent was around town, around Fig Tree there. So we went, and I took the passport. The passport was mine, I paid it. So after I paid the passport, tukaenda kwa huyo agent. Kufika kwa agent, I think we took around 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, ndio huo mimi, I'm traveling. I came to Saudi. Now when I came here to Saudi, when ukifika huku, you either go to the office or the host ama mwenye amekununua, they comes and takes you from the airport. So for on my side, the host, they came for me. So there was mama yao akakuja, kijana wao, and the attitude of the mother from day one, I just noticed, hapa sikai. The guy was good, the kijana was good, but the mother, oh my God, she from the day one she started shouting at me. So tukatoka airport, ndio sisi tumeenda. Of course, at first time watakuonesha like they are very good. They bought me refreshment. And tukafika kwa, it was not far from the town where it was called Majma. If I say Majma, most of people, they will understand where the town is. It's not far from Riyadh. Riyadh is the main city. So kufika, welcomeiwa, I didn't rest. From airport kwa kitchen, I just entered kwa kitchen, osha hizi vyombo, wanakucheck, they want to see what you have come with, like wanataka kuona nguo zenye umekuja nazo. So they told me that hizo nguo, they are not supposed to be worn in this house. And so they brought me some very baggy clothes. And I was looking like I'm bigger than the clothes. The clothes were so big than me. And you can imagine, you are switching. Na ile switch unapewa, it's like, hata huko una expect, you are not ready. So I switched. So I changed. I didn't have a problem with them giving me their clothes. I was okay with that. So I started work. But the problems started there. Shida zilianza hapo, because that house I stayed for 8 months. 8 months, and I think it was the worst month in my life. And I saw devil with my eyes.
Okay. Nyambura, before we get there, please, we would like to know, before you left Kenya, how was the agency? Was he open? Was he actually, was it she or he?
He was he was very open. He was very good. He even advised us that if you go there, don't let them take you. By then, that guy is very good. He was very good that time. So he advised us, when you go there, don't let them take your document. Stay with your document. Kuna letter si upewa. The letter is like, inakuwaga the letter of your rights.
The contract.
The contract letter. The contract letter, and it has so much rights, and vile unafaa kufanya, vile hufai kufanya, how you should, contact za mwenye amekuleta. So you have everything. In case of anything, you have the right to produce the letter and give out. You are uambie, according to the letter, I'm not supposed to do that. According to this letter, I'm not supposed to do that. So the agent, I will not complain, because he was so good. He just gave us the good in the way we should be. And he told us that we should not let them take our passports.
Okay. And did you pay the agency anything, or he provided from the passport to the air ticket and medical? I think everything that you needed was catered by the agency, right?
Yeah, everything that I was supposed to do or needed was taken care by the agent, like medical, ticket. But the passport was mine. I paid for it, because the woman who took me, she wanted to eat something. Lazima wakule kitu kidogo. So the money that was supposed to be paid for my passport, I guess she took that money. But all the same, I was ready for my passport.
Okay. And when
Yeah.
you go to Saudi,
Yeah.
you met your family and you started the job as soon as you got there. And
I did it.
so they at least they did not take your traveling document.
No, they took the passport. Then they took the passport. Now, when I reached there, that's why I'm telling you, things changed.
Mm-hmm.
They took my passport. They took my clothes. The
Oh,
woman said that he ataweka kwa room yake so that I will not be putting them on. So, and she gave me other clothes, and she told me to put somewhere.
mm-hmm.
So vitu kama passport, nguo. The only thing I hid was that contract letter. Hiyo tu ndio nilificha.
Mm-hmm.
I had a phone. I don't know it was accidentally or she just did it. Yani kunionyesha madharau. The phone, she just crashed it.
For no
Yeah.
reason.
I don't know, because when they told me to, I left my things in the room they were checking. So
Mm-hmm.
when I went to change to the new clothes, I found, and she told me, "Oh, your phone has fallen down." I didn't understand Arabic back then.
Mm-hmm.
Alhamdulillah, right now I can understand everything. But
Yeah.
she told the daughter was talking English, and she told her, just explain to her. And so they said, by mistake, she has crashed it without seeing it. So I didn't buy that.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't buy that. I knew, of course, she did that intentionally. But later, after 3 months, I started being very bad with them. I started kutoa fujo, kukasirika. I don't want to do anything until they bought me a small phone, a katururu, the small one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I even communicating home was problems. So unajua, you have to have an internet phone so that you can communicate back home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So by as we worked, and as I worked with them, the woman became hostile to me. Let me tell you, she used to take me to the relatives. Go here, go there, go there, go there. And
To
I'm not paid.
she
Yes?
was sending you to other houses or to the relative house
Yeah.
or work
She would
there.
tell me, finish your work very early today. I'm taking you somewhere.
Oh.
In the night, she will cook food. And
Mm-hmm.
we will go to the parks. There are parks here, like it's like the parks. The parks. I think where people go in the night. Here, people I think are active in the night. So we
Mm-hmm.
would carry the food and go to sell. You remember, I worked in the house. I went to her sister's house, and in the night, maybe I come around 8. At 9, we are out, and we go and start selling those food.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
You
like
were
that.
being
So
given food. You were not starved.
no. The house was having plenty of food. I was
Mm-hmm.
not like limited, like you should not eat this or not this.
Mm-hmm.
Then mimi nilikuwa nimechanuka. There was like a shop outside.
Mm-hmm.
Then kulikuwa kuna kuja brother zake. I think some of their family were from Qatar,
Mm-hmm.
from Kuwait. So they
Mm-hmm.
used to tip me.
Mm.
Wakikuja niwaoshe nguo zao, niwapigie pasi. They used to tip me.
Good.
So there was a shop there. Now
Mm-hmm.
I was so naive. I didn't realize there huwezi toka nje bila inaitwa aje?
Boy, boy.
Buibui. I forget it in our language.
Yeah.
So nilikuwa nataka kukwambia in the way we call it here. So I used to rush out with I didn't care. As
Okay.
long as I go, I take a bread, I take something. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they used to give me lunch, dinner, but
Mm-hmm.
breakfast ni ujisort.
Oh, okay.
So nilichanuka nikasema, hapa kuna duka. Let me do this. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
going to the shop saa zenye wametoka, and I used to put akamawe hapo kwa mlango juu ikifunga. Oh, that's another stress.
Mm-hmm.
And once it did that,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
well, it was, yeah, once it did that, and let me tell you,
Mm-hmm.
Saudi, you can be killed. Because I used to see men from nowhere when I was outside. That day, the door banged. So
Mm-hmm.
nilikaa hapo. So, do you know what I did? Nilichukua, unaona hizi mapipa za plastic kubwa.
Mm-hmm.
I took it, nikainamisha, nikapanda juu, nikaruka kwa wall. No one was going to open the door.
Wow.
So that house I stayed. I could get sick. They would not take me to the hospital. Mwarabu anajua when you're sick, Panadol is enough. And when I see this, and people who will see this conversation, I know they will know what I'm saying. Huku ukigonjeka, ugonjeke meno, Panadol. Ugonjeke, yani anything, homa, Panadol, anything. Yani they don't take people. Yani Mwarabu akikupeleka hosi, it's when anaona you are at the worst pain. Yani hakuna kitu ingine.
Breathing, or you take in your last breath.
Yeah, that's when they rush you.
Duty, when the things are really serious, that's when they take you to the hospital.
Yeah, na Mwarabu ni mtu atakwambia continue doing your work. I have paid you. I have bought you. I have paid for you. I don't care whether you are sick.
Hold on, Nyambura. Anakwambia, I have paid you all. I have bought you.
Anakwambia, I have bought you. You are my slave.
Anakwambia amekununua.
Nimekununua, utafanya kazi, whether you are sick or not, utafanya kazi na nikupe Panadol. You are my slave.
Okay, that is one bit I wanted Kenyans to understand. Like, when you go into Saudi Arabia, you are not going there for free. You have been bought.
Yeah, you understand. One thing I want to tell anyone. Yeah, one thing I want to tell people who want to come to Saudi. This is not a place for your freedom. One thing, sahau freedom yako Kenya. Sahau kama ulikuwa unavaa, you go with the fashion, forget. Because they don't, here si ati kukuja fashion. You have to do what they tell you. Hapa, you come in your mind knowing nimenunuliwa. Mwarabu amekununua 17,000 Saudi Arabia riyal. That money, it's almost, how much? It's almost 300 or 400,000 Kenyan shillings. So na imagine Mwarabu anasema 17,000. That time we were about 17. Sijui saizi wananunuliwa how much.
Wow.
So Mwarabu in his mind, he knows that this is my slave. A slave should work, whether sick, whether feeling good, whether hakuna ati siku ya kupumzika.
And I think Kenyans should understand there is a difference between being a slave and being an employee. Because being a slave totally means you have been bought and you have you have no rights for your own until this employer, your employer will say, I have had enough of you and let you go. That's it. Because now here you are not like employed, whereby you can say, I am resigning today. Remember this, Mwarabu paid someone. That agency has been paid to take you. So initially, you have been bought. And that is why here, when you go there, because I have seen, you're not the only person who is saying, like your boss told you, you have been bought. You are a slave. This is not the first time I am hearing this. And the reason I said again, we are here because we want to caution our girls. Just to know, when you go into this Arab country, you're not going like me, whereby I work, like where I work. Right there, you decide to wake up and call them and say, you know what? I have quit. I am no longer going to work with you guys. Here is a different case. You have been bought. And I think now you have to understand where your freedom is not in existence anymore. In a way, you cannot call the way you want. You cannot eat the way you want. You cannot eat the way you want. And you cannot even go see the doctor the way you want.
You are decided. If you're sick, it's decided whether you will go to the hospital, whether you are in a condition to see a doctor. It's decided for you because there's no freedom.
So initially, you become like an object. And I'm sorry to say,
you become an object to them. Whatever they want with you, they do, because to them you've been bought.
Yeah, and actually this is where I want guys to understand. Unanunuliwa kama hii simu. Nitaitumia vile
this is my phone. I will use it the way I want. Yeah. Exactly.
And
So
Nyambura, kuna mahali
yeah,
nataka tuambie, ulituambia ulikuwa unatumwa kwa sister zake kwenda kufanya kazi, and that was against the contract.
Against my contract.
And were you able to raise your voice and say, hey, I signed a contract and my contract did not say I'm going to be working for your sisters or those other people you sending me to work for them?
Okay, I raised that. Raise your issue. I raised the issue, and they were like, "This is still our family. This is still our family."
Wow.
Hawasi majirani. This is our family. Family means you work for us all. We don't. And you know the thing that made me feel so bad is that they didn't pay. Imagine working for people, then they don't pay you, they don't give food, they just tell you, oh, when you finish, go. You can imagine that situation.
Wow. And how much were you being paid by this booster? Sorry to ask you, but I know it's long time ago, so nobody.
It's okay. Nowadays I'm not paid like that. It's okay.
How
that
much
time
when I paid then?
When I came, I was paid 1,000 Saudi riyal. That was equivalent to 22,000.
22,000, and you were working for how many people?
I think a week I will go to more than 5 houses. I think, if I'm not wrong, because really I was overworked.
For 20,000 a month, 22,000 a month.
22 a month.
That is total slavery or
total slavery, yeah.
We call it that way. Okay, so mulipeleka naje na mdosi wako?
So tukakaa, we stayed at one time. Okay, during the stay at their house, once we happened to go at her daughter's place, another town very far. And that was when I said enough is enough, because I will go. At that time I felt like I'm homeless, I'm an orphan. That time I felt like I don't know, I didn't know anything. You know, she could take me to the streets, leave me with the food, sell, and if she was with me, I was supposed to give to the customer whatever they bought. So I remember I would stay with her there, and she will tell me, because you're black, you should not stay near me, just go far. And I remember at one time some other people came. Not all Arabs are bad, I would say that. So there are some girls, they came, they're like, and that time I think I had known a little bit of Arabic. So the girls came and told me, carrying some juice, and they told me, you know, that woman told me to put it in the dustbin. Do you know that? Wow. Why are you being given? Who are you? Do you know them? Do you know they can? She talked so much nonsense. Sorry to say that. She talked so much nonsense. Do you know them? They can do bad things to you. Why you are making people to think that I don't give you food? Oh my God, she talked. So I felt so bad, and you know, you're not even near her. And by the time you finish selling, she'll tell you, scratch the leftovers and you can eat, we go home. And they will go to the restaurant and leave me there. Until they come, I will go with them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so after we came from the daughter's place, I just told her I don't want to work with her again. And I kind of nilikataa kazi, and I told her I will work when they take me to the office. Fortunately, I think the agent that brought me, walikuwa wameenda kwa ofisi ya huku. So I was taken back to Riyadh. And back to Riyadh, I stayed with those agents for 1 week. Makosa yenye nilifanya, I didn't know where they were taking me. I was taken to the far end of Saudi. I think the border ya Saudi na Yemen, I think, sort of thing. Juu nina huko side za Maka.
So saizi umerudishwa kwa ofisi, kumaanisha is it the embassy ama ni agency ingine?
No, let me tell you, by the way, that's a sad part. When they took me, they didn't tell me. That day they had taken me to a family's house, another house. I worked for them, like nilienda saa 7 ya nini jioni kitu 7, nikaenda 7, so I stayed there up to the following day, and wakakuja around 10. They told me, we are taking you to Riyadh. I was not prepared. I was having my periods. I didn't have pads. But then I went crying from their place up to Riyadh. I cried. And really, I was asking God, why do I have to go through? Why did they have to make me go through this? So I was having my periods. I was dirty. I have worked for people overnight. They slept. They left me cleaning their house. 10 hours wamekuja wameniambia, we are taking you to Riyadh. I was so much desperate. And I felt like, oh my God, this is not how I'm supposed to do. This is not where I'm supposed to be. So they took me. I had a phone. I had 2 phones. By that time nilikuwa nimejanjaruka. Kijana wa huko, he was so good, and he was quarreling with her mother akinitesa, anamwambia, why are you doing this to her? She's like us. The difference is just the guy was, I think alikuwa amesoma. So nikapata wametoa vitu, most of the things that I had. The bag was half empty. They took everything. And see vitu atavaa, but I was so small that time. I was so tiny. So nilishindwa wamezitoa watavaa aje. I was size 28. Na huko hakuna mtu alikuwa mdogo. They were all big. So anyway, I went to Riyadh, and let me tell you, in the car they had put, unaona sijui zinaitwa, unaona hizi za Masai za kupigana zinaitwa nini?
Nyahunyo.
Rungu na nyahunyo zilikuwa hapo in case maybe you know what I thought, even up to date I think that in case I do some dramas in the car and try to come out. And I remember when we reached Riyadh is where I stay nowadays. So when we reached Riyadh, walinifungia kwa gari for 2 hours. You can imagine, kwa gari wamefunga tudirisha kidogo. I'm there for 2 hours. So finally they took me there. Nikaenda kwa agent. I stayed. The agent was so good. Huko hakuna kulala njaa, hakuna kazi. But the bad thing is unakaa huko and you're not getting paid. So it's up to you to decide if you utaenda kazi ama hutaenda. So I stayed there and nikanunuliwa na mtu mwingine.
Na sasa nikuulize, agencies, huyo agency tusema kwenye ulipelekwa ni Mkenya ama ni Mwarabu?
Ni Mwarabu.
Ni Mwarabu. Na vile ulitoka kwa huyu mama, ulipigia yule agent wako wa Kenya kumwambia?
So I called the agent. Let me tell you how the agents behave. He was very good nikitoka. But when nikitoka Kenya. But when I told him the things I'm going through. Do you know what? Vumilia, I have already taken pesa yako hata nilikula kitambo.
So hana kazi yako?
Hana kazi yangu. So I told him, okay, haina shida, but one of these days nitakemboi. You hear kukemboi? Like kutoka kwa so I told him that but I didn't succeed. I will come there. How that happened. So they sold me. So the agent didn't have anything to do with me. By then I hate that. I later hated that guy because he just started sending me inappropriate pictures. He started like he want us to get a relationship. So I was so mad at him. So I even blocked him and I forget about him. Sasa nikasema hapa ni mimi na Mungu. This was between me and God. Luckily, I was bought by another couple. They were expectant for their first kids. Na walikuwa wanapata mapacha. So I went there, but it was far. I think we took almost 12 hours kufika huko. Huko boda ya Yemen, huko mbali. Wow. So when I reached there, the house was good. Hakukuwa na kazi. But the people, they never gave me food. Huko njaa ilinikula. Njaa ilinikula huko. I think now I understand why machokora, chokora, they are human beings and they are our brothers. The two, they don't have their parents. Now understand why chokoras, ukiwapatia food, they are so eating greedily. I was like that. Mahali ningepata food hivi, I was eating kama mtu hajaipata food maisha yake. That house, I become thin. Nilikuwa natoshana hivi.
Na sasa nikuulize, when they're not giving you food, where do they expect you to get this food from?
They don't care. They have this bread, it's bought here, or it's ni bread za huku zinaitwa kubus, very dry. Wamenunua hizo, utakula hizo na turungi. Hata hakuna maziwa, hakuna. Yani Saudi life is, and I know people who can attest to this. Hakuna maziwa. Ukiwa contract, you don't get milk. Kama ni mkate, hupatagi loaf, box loaf, you get the dry ones. Inaitagwa mikate za Jesus. You get those ones. Zenye zutengeneza shawarma, you have seen those ones. Yeah, they are dry. They don't have hawaekagi mafuta nini. So with those, you are sorted. You don't need to eat. So I stayed there. Fortunately, nikarealize kuna Mkenya anafanya chini yangu. He was saying it was a big, huko ni mafarm, hakuna ati like walls nini. So siku moja kama nimekaa kwa nyumba, they had gone outside. Nikasikia mtu anaongea Kiswahili huko chini. I was like, ni mimi nasikia vibaya or nilikuwa yani I thought I'm hallucinating. So nikasema hey, let me check. Kufungua dirisha nikasema hi. Unajua you don't know the language. Yani nilisikia but I wasn't sure. I thought maybe ni mtu ameongea kama amepita, but fortunately I found the girl there. She was Sarah. That girl, I owe her a lot. I owe that girl a lot. When we met, I told her my situation. Sikulagi kwao anaangalia shosho na muguka huko. So she has freedom. She's the one who was cooking. So I told her, mimi huku Sarah, I don't cook. We thought of a solution how watakuwa nanipatia food. Tulitengeneza kikamba kirefu. She could cook, tie the food, nizivurute zikuje kwa dirisha, aeke kwa karatasi. It was a bad. I was so hungry. That house, I was so hungry. You know, they didn't have kids. Well, walikuwa new parents. So I think they didn't care about the other. But after they gave birth, they started giving me food, kidogo. So I stayed there for 1 year, and I told them, so why I left that house, I was a nanny. My job there was a nanny. So I was supposed to take care of these twins they had given birth. And vile watoi walifikisha around 1 year, I think 1 year ama 9 months. The man give me money, hakunipatia na heshima, alinizirusha. That one made me feel bad, and nikasema enough is enough. And I told them, I'm not going to stay in your house, I'm going to leave. And the man thought I was joking. Riyadh is very far from here. Huwezi fika, who will take you there? So I had planned with another lady who was staying in Riyadh. Nilikuwa nimeconnectiwa na another friend from my place huko Kiambu. So we tulipanga, then he sent another guy to come and pick me. Watu wa Maroli. So unajua they are wale wa far distance wanaendaga mbali. So the guy happened, alikuwa anakuja na huko kwetu. And he picked me. Now the journey, I'm free now, but you know, nilikuwa na ile excitement ya kutoka. I almost got caught.
Wow.
Nilikuwa na ile excitement ya finally I'm going out, finally I'm having my freedom, finally, because when you are not in the house of Mwarabu, you're free, you have your freedom. Hata ukienda nyumba za Mwarabu mwingine juu haja kununua. Let me tell you the good thing with Kukemboi. Watu wanasemaga Kukemboi ni vibaya, but the good thing with Kukemboi, Mwarabu hakutritigi vibaya, haja kununua.
Oh yeah.
It's up to you, mwambie sitaki kazi yako, nilipe siku zenye nimekufanyia kazi nitoke. So nikafika Riyadh, but the journey was very that journey was the worst.
Tiresome.
Yeah, very long. First of all, gari litoboka miguu nini zinaitwa aje? I will call them miguu, nimesahau jina. Magurundumu. Saa gari zilitoboka. We had to be rescued by who? The police.
Na umepotea?
Nimepotea, si unajua hizi maroli huko nyuma kuna kuaga na what do we call it, ni kama kitanda where they sleep. So let me tell you, the guy told me, okay, kwa gari kulikuwa na mablanketi na huko nyuma. He told me ujifold na hizi mablanketi uache tu mahali utapumua. Wow. The car, the kichwa ya truck, it was taken by another police. Niko nyuma, I can't breathe, I can't cough, I can't do anything. I'm just there. If a small mistake.
Now, where is the guy?
The guy had gone to the garage to take another truck head.
So you are there all by yourself with the police now?
I'm there all by myself, but the guy is waiting me there. Juu amewaambia my document is in this car. And the police tell him, I'll take the car to the garage, but he took the longest route. Mi niliona kaa tulikaa hapo 12 hours. But it was 30 minutes. It was 30 minutes. But tukafika hapo. Sasa you can imagine sasa struggle tena ya kutoka kwa ile truck kuingia kwa hii truck. Guess what? Who was in front of me? My boss came all the way because that was, I think it was a bus station. Ilikuwa bus station. So he came all the way to there. It's called Taif, to check if I will board a bus there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I was shaking, I was sweating, I was like, oh my God, when I'm halfway, why did he come to look at me, to look after me? So we managed to exchange with the other car, lorry or the tractor, and then we left. And I reached Riyadh. I'm new, I don't have anything, I didn't carry clothes.
Did this guy see you? Did he see you?
No, he didn't see me. We did, and I didn't have bui on me. I just have my flowery dera. Nilikuwa na dera ina flowers. Ukiwa mbali sana, because the guy told me don't put a lot of clothes because tukishikwa, but when you don't have a lot of things, it's not risky. So nilitoka na dera yangu moja na skin tight na Bible nilikuwa nayo nikatoka. So tukafika Riyadh. My host was very good, and a Kenyan lady, my friend. So tukakaa kwake. I think I stayed in her house for 2 days. Nikapata job. So I got a job. After getting a job, I worked for, I think I worked for 2 months. The pay was good. It was 2,000. From 1,000 to 2,000, and you have your freedom.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have your freedom. They're not harassing you. They're giving you food. They're giving you everything. But still, at outside, there's challenges. Kuna challenges. And it's not a walk in the park. There are still challenges. So after that, the house I went, there was nilikuwa napikia mtu alikuwa mezaa. So it was not for long. I think I stayed for 2 months and left. So after leaving that house, I went to another house. The lady who took me didn't know about that lady, what she was doing. But when on reaching in her house, I think she was an Egyptian living here, but kazi yake ni here,
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, is it appropriate to say?
Repeat it.
Okay, kazi yake ni tu kama hii ya Koinange Street. Everyone will know from that. So on that house, that was my first challenge. Yeah, my freedom and then having challenges. Do you know he sent a man to rape me?
No.
Because she didn't want to pay me. Time imefika ya kulipwa, she don't want to pay me. She want to look for an excuse. I was not raped, but my clothes were teared. I couldn't even see luckily, and I had nilikuwa nimevaa tight, so the tight was ilikuwa teared, the dress was teared. But then this is the first time I'm opening up about that story. I think no one knows. Because I just felt, I think telling my family it will affect.
Yeah, true.
So I didn't want to tell them. But maybe if they will hear, if I will send them this link, they will hear from here. So I was so harassed by that guy. You know, men are strong.
Yeah, true.
But tuking'ang'ana tu hivyo, I think I just say, Jesus help me. Huyo mtu akapotea. I think I was desperate. That desperate time you call on God.
Yeah, for me, I would say it's the power of calling upon the name of Jesus, you know.
Yeah, and I said, oh my God, Jesus, Jesus. He was so shocked. He just akaniachilia. He left and I didn't see him again. So
Mhm.
I left that house and I went to, okay, ukiwa nje as a Kembo, you work in so many houses because kuna mtu anakutaka mwezi moja, kuna mtu anakutaka 2 months, kuna mtu hivyo. Yani you don't work a permanent job
Okay.
unless you're very lucky. Yeah.
So that
Like
Kimboy, you don't sign any contract yet.
you don't sign any contract. You don't work in I have one lady, my friend. She's called Annie. I know Anne. She will see this. She has worked in one house for 7 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. So
She
if you're
must
lucky, you
be
can work in one house. Yeah.
she must be very lucky to have worked in
She's
one
very
house.
lucky and she's so
Yeah.
much favored.
Wow.
She's so much favored. I always tell her that.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a job. I think I have worked in like 3 houses.
Mm-hmm.
But yani, from tuseme like 5 years ago nimefanya kazi like 3 houses.
Mm-hmm.
So I unafanya kazi unatoka, but currently I'm working in the lawyer's family.
Oh, good.
And yeah, it's a good house.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked here for maybe 4 years now. It's 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
But before I had come out from another house, their family. Yani, let me say like for the 5 years I have been, the past 5 years nimekuwa nikifanya job
Mm-hmm.
in the royal family. They are good. I can't complain. The family is good. They pay well.
Mm-hmm.
The pay is good. I don't complain. And I thank God. Then, you know, when ukifunguka macho, you understand what you want.
Yeah.
It's not a must you do kazi ya housework.
Mm-hmm.
So nilianza kufanya kazi ya caregiving. I
Mm-hmm.
do caregiving.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone to school here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kuna shule naendaga every Friday, yani kujaribu as in kulearn kidogo kidogo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to say the truth, I can't complain. Yani nimefunguka macho and I've just realized this yani house help was, yani no one wants a house help. Lakini when you're desperate,
Yeah,
you can do
true.
anything.
Yeah, true.
So and all in my life I wanted kitu ya caregiving, nursing, hizo job. So I take care of the princess.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very good. She's
Mm-hmm.
very caring. The
Okay.
house is very good. I can't complain. Yeah,
Right.
but you don't hakukosagi challenges one
Because
there, but
yeah.
yeah, ni kitu unaweza solve alone, si ati kitu inaweza kupea stress.
Okay. Because we have heard, and thank you for sharing your story with us, and especially you have shared with us the challenges that you have gone through, kunyimwa
Yeah,
nine food, being treated badly,
yeah,
and on all those things.
yeah,
We thank God because you have survived, and right now at least we can see you are working on your own because you are not on anybody's contract. At least you
yeah,
have some of the freedom that any human being would love to have.
yeah,
We have seen cases going on. I only want you to tell us if it is true, because like I have said, the main purpose or the main reason of us coming here is because we want to talk to that young, naive girl who is in Kenya trying to look for a job, trying, to go abroad
yeah,
for greener pastures. We have seen people being killed. We have seen people coming back home in caskets. We have seen
yeah,
videos going viral of our women, who
yeah,
went very okay, very sober mentally, and now they have this something we would call like they are going under mental crisis.
yeah,
Nyambura, because you are there, because
yeah,
kuna mtu anaweza ona aseme ni uongo, kuna mtu ataenda apatane with a greedy agency mwenye atamwambia kuna hizo story ni uongo, huwezi amini anything that you see on social media. So
yeah.
is it true? That is what we want to know. Is it true?
Yeah, it is true. And I will give an example with my immediate neighbor. She was buried, I think last year, Ed. Or I don't know, it's last year end or this year. She died kwa Mwarabu. Up today, I don't think even the family know what killed her, but employers wake, they called and said she was sick for 2 days. She was given medicine and she died. People die here. That is true. Some get sick, they are not taken care of. Like they are not given medical attention. Others, they get mistreated. Others, they find where, an example, that is a survivor. She was working in a house, akashutiwa na kijana wa huko out of his own range.
Wow.
Her leg was shot, and I know people who will see this, they will say it's true. Alishutiwa mguu. People fundraised for her here, and I think she went home. So many people, they have been killed. We have heard of cases. Kuna msichana alikutwa kwa desert. There's a girl that was alikufia huku. Alipatwa kwa desert. She was found in the desert. What was she doing in the desert, first of all? There was so many people I know, they have died here. There are people who have died in natural deaths.
Yeah. But we have other
But
cases
we have the mistreatment. We have the people who have died from mistreatment. We have people who have died from being killed. Negligence, like, that's my neighbor. It was negligence. If they had taken her to the hospital and that could not have happened. So deaths are here, and I would like to talk to the young lady who is thinking to coming to Saudi. Saudi, it's not a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Here, it's new quest. If you're not strong, you're not for here. This place was for strong people. If you're not strong, don't even bother yourself to come here, because it will be of no help to you. Huku kama roho yako ni ile a small problem, ama unashtuka ama una get stressed, this is not for you. Saudi, I always tell people, near strong people. Another thing, Saudi, whether you are Kemboi ama uko kwa contract, take care of your money, because most people wanatoka huku, mtu anaenda Kenya anapata bank. Like a case I had another day, a lady went to Kenya akapata bank balance yake ni 30,000. 2 years, 30,000. She got crazy.
And
Don't
I think
trust anyone.
that was better. I think Nyambura, next time we can come and talk about how people can, especially nyinyi watu, and sio nyinyi tu, pia sisi wenye tuko US and other developed country, we still got swindled by our own family.
By our own parents, by our own family.
We feel bad for those people in those Arab country, knowing so much like what you guys go through. You have to sleep for like 2 hours, and still someone will end up taking your money or eating your money without caring the struggle and the hassles you go through.
And I thank God I have the best parent in the world. They give me every details. My dad gives me every time I deposit money, he sends a receipt. Hatutaulizana kwa nini receipt ilienda wapi. So what I will tell people, Saudi, don't come here with expectations. Like as you want a good life. Here there's no good life. Hapa ni unyenyekee. Ufanye kazi, urudi kwenyu, and you get that life you want. Yeah, because those much expectation, they are not. That's why unapata msichana alikuwa huku, alikuwa ameambia utapata salary ya 80k, then ukifika huku you are being paid 30,000, because that right now the rate is at 30,000 if you're paid 1,000. So kuna expectation, agent amekudanganya, the salary will be 80,000. You see the frustration that person will have. So what I would say, ni mtu akikuja huku, be ready to face anything, but most of all, be strong for yourself, because no one is going to be strong for you. It's you against you here. Hapa hakuna like kuna mtu it's you against you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And
so
think for me, I think it will always be good to, in case you are in the process with an agency, I think it's always good to talk to people who are in Saudi Arabia themselves, because they will be able to tell you, you know, the challenges they're going through, what to expect, and what to do when you get there. Because I know as a seller, let me say that as a seller, because they sell you people. As a seller, they will do anything. They can paint, you know, they can paint a stone and make it look like an orange because they want to sell. So they will always try to make everything look rosy, and in reality it is not.
Like there's a case that was there, yes, I think 2 days ago. One thing I'll never do, I'll never mi siwezi tetea Mwarabu. Mwarabu is someone that does thing, mentality yake anajua you are a slave. I don't care whether I hurt you or not. I don't, yani Mwarabu doesn't care about anyone, and I feel bad nikiona agent wakitetea Mwarabu, because we who are working here, we know who they are. Sisi watuulize sisi wenye tuko huku, who are they? Mwarabu ni mtu hana roho ya utu.
If he can deny
humanity in them. Yeah, Mwarabu ni mtu atakurep na akwambia ukisema I will at a gunpoint. I have gone through that. I have found my previous boss doing that. He told me, you say anything and you finished. That first house, she was sleeping with an Indian girl, and when I don't know how I was just doing my duty. I was just working. I found them. He told me, talk and you will not be seen. We are threatened. There are some girls, they are threatened. I will sleep with you. If you tell madam, I will kill you. They don't have a choice.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have a choice. So unasema, let him sleep with me, but niishi. So Mwarabu si mtu wa kutetewa. These people are animals. Ukipatana na Mwarabu mzuri, you still, tuseme like in the house I work, there's still challenges. Si ati ni kuzuri, but I'm holding on here, so that I can finish quickly niende nyumbani. But every house have a challenge.
You are there because obviously you are being paid, you're not being denied food, you're not being raped, you're not being threatened.
Yeah, in this house, I'm not being denied food, I'm not raped. Alhamdulillah, yani, I thank God this house is only for ladies. My boss never married and he's rich. So no denial of food. We get treated well. There's no one asking you where you didn't do that. You do your work. You say yani huku ni kujituma. You know your work. Hakuna mtu atakuuliza kwa nini hukufanya. The good thing with this house is that hakuna mtu anakuuliza kwa nini ulikuwa hapa, kwa nini uko hivi. Unajituma kazi yako.
Wow. Okay, thank you so much, Nyambura. I will really have you back again, and maybe if you can find a friend, have the two of you, because we really want to talk.
We can come, two of us.
Yeah, I really want us to talk. Like I have told you, I'm just trying to do something with the people I'm trying to work with back home and see how we can help our people back there. And number one, we want to know, like, what is that can be done? Like, when you land to whichever country, no boss will take your document, because it is illegal. It is illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal. Yeah.
Any agency that will be watching this video, you should know, like, whatever you are doing to this girl will happen to you. It doesn't matter how long it will take, but the Bible states so clearly, even your fourth generation, you cannot
even the fourth generation.
That person is you cannot sell that person. It's like nguo unauza, like, seriously. And when these people are in distress, all you do is to call them names and even force them to stay somewhere they don't want to stay, or even somewhere they're not even wanted. Because if someone turn against you and start raping you, that person does not want you there. So I really fail to understand, like, why are our agency not human enough? Why are you not putting yourself in that shoes? And especially if you are a woman, an agency, and you are a woman, remember one thing. Even if right now you could see like your daughters are okay in Kenya, maybe they are
Yeah, yeah,
working
yeah.
in offices, you all
Yeah,
forget one thing. Nothing lasts forever.
yeah,
You may
sure.
not be here tomorrow, yes. These daughters of yours may lose jobs, and you
Yeah,
don't know
they
where
they
they
may
will.
go through what you made others go through,
Definitely, yeah, and they may not even go to Saudi Arabia. That they may
but they,
meet
yeah, yeah,
bosses
yeah.
who are
They might
at
suffer in the hands of people they trust.
they may end up, they may end up in the hand of bosses in Kenya who are twice or
Yeah,
thrice
yeah,
evil than that
yeah, yeah,
Mwarabu.
yeah.
So it's
Sure.
usually say whatever seed you are planting, that is what
Yeah,
definitely you will harvest. So what you are ready to harvest. Don't think because I'm doing well in Kenya, my friend. And we have seen
mm,
things going on. Sometimes you wonder, where is this thing? Why me? Why my family? Sometimes you have to flash back and or where did we go wrong?
yeah, yeah, sure, yeah,
Maybe ulifikiria mode uliuza tu mtu akakulilia and you are not even there for them. Let me tell you, you will pay for it. It doesn't matter how
yeah.
much money you're being given by this Warabu. As long as you are not there for these girls when they are crying for you, you are
Yeah,
lying to them and even forcing them to sign contract at the last minute when they are taking off at the airport. So it
yeah,
means
yeah.
signing something that they don't even know what they're signing. Because I have seen girls or women saying whatever the contract they sign, it was written in Arabic. So
Yeah,
someone
sure.
has been into
That's
Arabic
how it goes. I
country.
thank God mine was written in English and Arabic.
Wow.
Yeah,
So asante sana Nyambura. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I am definitely looking forward to have you here with other girls from Saudi Arabia. We want to
yeah,
talk. We want to send a message out there. And in case you are in Kenya and you really, Mimi, I will not tell you not to go because you know what?
yeah,
If I tell you not to go and I'm not giving you that job, like seriously,
yeah,
and all the same, I will tell you, you may
yeah.
also work in Kenya with someone who is paying you 10,000 a
Mhm,
month, 8,000,
mhm.
7,000, and you'll be happy rather than maybe ungangane kwenda and be paid
Yeah,
20, 30,000 and you end up coming back home in a casket. So
yeah,
weigh up.
yeah. When you are, yeah,
Yeah, and also don't forget to involve God in everything you plan.
yeah. In everything involve God.
And if he say no, please don't force the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. It's good to listen to the voice of God.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Your parting shot, Nyambura, if I
Uh, my parting shot is in everything you do, as you have said, we put God first.
true.
And also don't put your trust so much
Mhm,
in people like Arabs. You know
mhm,
when you show them you trust them, they start taking advantage of you.
mhm,
Don't disclose your life to them. They
mhm.
start taking advantage of your situation. So it's good to keep your life private.
Yeah.
I think that's what I will tell all people in Saudi. Just keep your life private, involve God in your everyday life, and welcome God in your situation. It's not every day like God nitoe kwa hii situation.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's tough, but even in that house, you can tell God, walk with me in this house. It's not always
Yes.
remove me from this house. You can invite God and tell Him, walk with me in this house. And when you walk with God, things becomes better than before. So that's my parting shot.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I will
Welcome.
say this in case you're planning to go, like I have said, please do not overtrust your agency. Do not.
Yeah, yeah,
Do not
yeah,
overtrust
sure.
your agency. Take those numbers of that agency, write them down, and give it to your parent before you leave. Let
Yeah,
them
yeah,
know where these offices are, because saa zingine mzazi haandamani na wewe to these offices. Take at least one of your relative, either your dad,
yeah,
your mom, your
yeah.
sister, or
All your
even
sister, your brothers, aunts,
where this office.
uncles.
Actually, when you're going to start this process, go with someone, because sometimes you
Yeah,
also notice something.
Yeah.
You may go with a cousin who will, just by the way someone is talking, they may tell you that agency, apana, I have noticed
Mm.
something. So
Yeah.
don't.
People have different views of other people. We
Mhm.
might be mtu akiwa desperate, you see everything like it's okay, but the other person might see something not something fishy, and they will watakuchanua.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay, guys, that's all we're going to say for today. Until next time, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and share, and also leave a comment in case you like our video. Thank you so
Yep.
much. We love you. Until next time, goodbye. Have a beautiful Sunday.